Thanks for being here today. My name is Katie Smithson. This is Dan Ray. RESO gave us the title of MLS Technology and Standards for this session, but we thought, what if we asked AI to make it a little bit sexier? So what we really want to show you is that data was just the foreplay. The real action is AI.
Yeah.
Much more catching, in my opinion.
Greg Sachs, famously prudish, refused to use it. So, we thought we'd throw it up there anyway.
So what we want to show you today is just a little bit about what REcore is doing to incorporate, obviously, RESO standards into all the tools and services that we are building. One of the problems that we notice in the industry and the whole reason behind REcore, why REcore was founded, was just looking around at the disjointed tools that are out there, the clunky workflows, really identifying gaps in the marketplace and how we could really take advantage of the standards that are out there to make these tools all work better. The offering at REcore, we have a wide array of products and services that we offer, really combining to make what we call an MLS operating system, and that's what we want to talk about a little bit more today. Now, incorporating RESO standards, obviously, and as Todd Carpenter mentioned up here before the break, we are working with other partners like StyleDot to incorporate AI, do really tight integrations, and make the overall agent workflow smarter and faster. And what we hope to see is that there will be fast adoption across different marketplaces to incorporate these different tools and standards. So I will let Dan take it from here.
Thanks. What I want to show you is what becomes possible in product design when standards are at play. So I'm not pitching from the stage, Al. This is personally called out. Thank you. This is our current dashboard product, and as you can see, it's very personalizable. We're leaning into the concept of supporting all of the broad variation in how people work, tools they use, all up and down the industry, agents to MLSs. They all work a little differently. So as you can see, this is a deeply personalizable dashboard. You can drag sections of it around and see it redrawing behind you there. If you don't like a section, you can wink it out. And this is live currently at CRMLS and North Star.
And Southwest Louisiana.
And Southwest Louisiana, thank you, thank you. The next thing I'm going to show you is a wireframe, one of several that we're developing from right now for the next generation of this dashboard that leans even harder into both the personalization, but also for a lot of agents, an MLS dashboard is just a speed bump, right? It's just an extra click on the way to their real work. So we're leaning into the idea of bringing functionality from third parties that we're integrating deeply with onto the dashboard itself. So again, this is just a drawing, but we're actively building this. And you can see it's widgety. The concept here is you can drag and drop these widgets around, place them however you want, whatever works for you, and we'll have a big library of integrations, even beyond the tools that the particular MLS might offer. MLS can curate it, obviously, but you can see you've got your app section there on the right, and that widget top right there, we've drawn showing time as an example. We're going to bring your email and your calendar onto it. In this case, we've drawn it with Google, but we're integrating with all the rest. And all the other, follow-up boss and other things, functionality can punch through from our other products, like our buyer list and our task manager. Imagine having my listings right there on the dashboard, and you can come do a status change right here. You can do a price change right here. You don't have to drill all the way into add edit. We really want to make this more than just a dashboard. We want to make it a workspace. And some fun things on the right there, some content for people to read. Training content, we can bring in content from your association platform, like, hey, your bill's due, hey, here's training you need to do. And so that's going to be the future. Again, I'm showing you a wireframe, but this is in active development right now. This will be live at the MLS, as we mentioned, plus Maris in Q1.
And what we think is really exciting about this is not just the opportunity to really make this a true workspace for agents instead of just, as Dan mentioned, a speed bump and a jumping off point just to get to the MLS system, is that we feel like this is a great way to really encourage adoption to those third-party products that you might be offering in your marketplace. Because we're truly, like Dan said, we're bringing the actual functionality punching through on the workspace itself. So any vendors out there who are interested in talking to us us about what you can do and how you can work with us, we'd love to add to our library of services that we can bring this functionality to life in the workspace.
Yeah, vendors, please be thinking about what would make sense to park on the MLS dashboard rather than having people, if that hurts your page view KPIs, I apologize, but I think it's really good for everybody. The next thing we want to show, a whole big product area that is, again, in active development and going to be out in Q1 is our standalone ad edit product, which we call Prop List. And I'm going to show you, again, some wireframes we're working from. By the way, any of my product folks in here, if you're not vibe coding up high quality, very functional, but skin deep wireframes, boy, you really got to start doing that. My team has started using a thing called builder.ai. This isn't a sales pitch for it. There are lots of them out there, but it has really changed how fast they can present an idea, iterate on an idea, get feedback. It has been a game changer for us. So this is a wireframe that my product manager, Hillary Willis, built for what the next version of Ad Edit will look like for us. You can see we got a couple of ways to visualize my listings. And across the top, we've got some admin functions right there, listing transfer and business rule management. Some MLSs require a lot of interaction with paper forms still, and that we have those right there. And then we're going to kick off new listing here. This is no cuts, no edits, nothing up my sleeve. This is really, really how this stuff is working. Fortunately, because it's just a skin, any old number will work as a parcel ID. Next step is text autofill. And we're being very agnostic about where the source of that is. We're building plugins for all kinds of providers. So here, imagine we found tax data for this listing, and we're going to use it. At this next step, we're going to pass through the style.dot photo augmentation. I'm actually going to show you in a different interface that working real live recorded. So I'm going to skip this for now. We did kind of conceive that the photo process would happen first because of the richness of the data style.dot gives us, but that actually doesn't work at all MLSs. We found one that has rules that require a photo only after 3 days of listing being active, which was very surprising to us. The idea here is this form will be all big one page. On the left, there will be jump links that show you right there validation failures in those areas. And then when we go to put it active, we actually get into a stepwise sort of workflow of working through the fields that need attention. This form is built from a back-end form builder, a WYSIWYG, but you can also drop metadata onto it, and it dumps out this whole thing. So it's standards compliant, but also customizable to local fields, all in one shot. It supports open houses. I wanted to show you this because I've been asked about this. It supports caravans right out of the box. All right, so next thing up is going to be, I think that's the end of that. Yeah. The next thing I'm going to show you is, so Todd, before the break, talked to you about the compliance and built-in virtual staging stuff that style.dot has been doing. We've been working with them on that for a long time. They've actually been training their models on CRMLS photos for about 2 years. So they know really well what MLS photos look like, work like. It's really smart about not moving windows or changing walls and stuff. So I'm going to show this to you. And there's a magic trick at the end of it. And again, no cuts, no pastes. This is exactly how it works. So right now it's uploading. Every iteration of this model they've built has been smaller, faster, cheaper, and more accurate. So it takes about this amount of time here to start popping in results from them.
And I noticed while Todd was presenting, a lot of you were taking pictures in the crowd. So this is, in reality, this is how it's working. So as Dan mentioned, we're uploading the photos here. It'll automatically detect if a photo has a compliance issue. It'll suggest if it needs enhancement. And this is all controlled by the user.
I've got to keep up with the video here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So here we are in this photo. There's no compliance to deal with, but the AI has proposed that we do color correction and that we do a virtual stage on it. And I picked, what did I pick here? Mid-century. I don't even really know what that means. One crucial thing here is we're generating the preview for free. You get to see what the AI does, and then you buy it. That's, nobody's really doing that. This will be kind of a buy credits, spend credits kind of economy. In the meantime, those bottom two, which I knew we're going to have compliance problems, are now up. And yeah, we found a yard sign there. And we also found a license plate. That's not a violation in every MLS, but it is in some. You don't have to deal with this. You can tell the MLS that's not a violation, but that will flag a human for review. So I do that a couple of times here. It's weird talking along with yourself from a week ago. And then you can see the mask where it detected those things. The other thing that it's proposing is a data dust conversion with cloud. So fine, let's see how that does. Click generate there, and it starts working. Let's look at our other one here. Yeah, Mima's a problem. She's lovely, I'm sure, but she can't be in this picture. So we're going to take her out, and we're going to do a restage to, I think I did minimal here. Minimal, yeah. So that goes to the background to cook on the model. Meanwhile, our top one there wraps up right about now, and we can go look at it. So this little compare switch is good. We lightened up the color a lot. That's nice. I think we'll keep that. That radio button on this thumbnail at the bottom says, use this in place of the one I uploaded. I know at some MLSs you have to show the original plus any edited ones, but here it is occupied to vacant. And here it is virtual staged. That apparently is what mid-century looks like. And you see it's really credible. The restaging is really nice. So I'm gonna keep that checkbox on, which means add this to the carousel, put this one next to the radio box one. So I'm happy with that. Let me go look at my yard sign here, and ta-da, it's gone. And so is the license plate. So that's good, I'll keep that one. It is not moving to the next piece. Oh, there we go. Keeping up with myself from a week ago is weird. Here it is, dusk to dawn, and that's not bad. There is someone in that car with their foot on the brake, but apart from that, I kind of like it, so we'll keep all of that. And then we'll go look at Grandma on the couch there. She's gone. Very nice. I think her teddy bear went with her. Yeah, yeah. Here today, gone tomorrow. There you go. And here it is emptied out. And yeah, put that away. And here it is, yeah, minimalist, not bad. So I'll hang on to that one too. We have, back out here, we have a magic fix all button. It's an easy button just to churn all of this stuff and make it all go at once. And then when you're happy with all of your photos, you hit save, and it shows you a screen that says what you're buying and how many credits you're spending for it. Now, this is the live form autofill that Todd talked about. And because I only just did a few photos in this, it didn't put a lot here, but this is writing directly into the listing. And as I go into here, I could say, oh, that's not a foyer, that's just the front door. I can remove that and save it. And I can add features that I didn't have in the photos. I'm editing the features fields here just as if I was on the form, so anything that I want to put on here, I can. We're sharing a storage bucket with StyleDot for this, so there's no photo transport lag or anything like that. We're actually working in the same data environment with them. So it makes it a really nimble experience. And I didn't say this. The context of this is you're right in the photo page of Add Edit. So this is all happening before the listing is in, right? Compliance stuff is getting dealt with and cleaned up, and we're saving a ton of time on the compliance staff for that. There will be, in that final tab area there to the right of form autofill, a copywriter kind of thing that's all trained on fair housing and puts out compliant text. And so this is, we're really excited about what this is going to do for agents and MLS staff who have to manage the compliance issues around these things. And we think it's going to be pretty darn exciting.
Yeah, so I mean, as Dan said, I think one of the key things to take away here, and I mean, again, thanks to Todd for kind of teeing us up here, but I think really the key thing is being able to have the auto detection on compliance issues before they even get into the MLS. I think that's a huge time saver for everybody. Again, being able to auto-populate some of those fields from the photos and take that kind of information. Like Dan said, we're really just trying to make everything easier and simpler for the agent. Yep. Art Carter actually tasks us with making a building an ad edit that would require less than like five minutes for an agent to input a listing.
We started at 10.
I think we're making a pretty good start on that.
Yeah, we're on our way. Yeah. So that's how to reach us to talk about all of this.
Yep, and if you scan the QR code, that does that'll bring up our email, so you can shoot us an email. We will be at NAR in a few weeks. Hard to believe it's almost November, but if you want to talk to us more, learn more about how we can potentially work together, just reach out and let us know.
Get out your phone. We'll wait.
Yeah, especially to the vendors, like I said, I think what we're doing on the workspace is really exciting. So anybody that wants to partner with us or work with us on how we can make your tools more accessible, we'd love to explore those opportunities.
And I didn't say earlier, we want to have a big library of integrations, and it's really only RESO standards. In that environment, is that possible? It's going to be a ton of work to do if we had to do onesie-twosie APIs, right? And we will if we have to, but standards are going to make a whole lot of integration possible. Since we got a minute, I'm going to pitch one more thing from the stage, which is people have been asking me this whole couple days.
You told Al you weren't going to pitch.
I'm doing it. People have been asking me, hey, is the RESO band playing at this conference? The answer is no, and we're bummed about it too. The fact is it's an expensive thing to put on. All that equipment's rented, the venue's rented. Obviously you want to do an open bar. So
why'd you look at me?
Because you want an open bar. Price tag on all that is around $20K. And so we're looking for sponsors. Anybody who'd like to put their name on the coolest party at RESO in April, come see me or Bill or John or Hud, and we'll talk about that.
All right, that's all we got. Thank you so much.